Imagine Christmas without this. We help make sure that doesn't happen. For so many greater Attleboro area children.
We're giving gifts to children at Christmas, or we're giving them a backpack at back to school. But what we see is really the impact. It's so much more than a gift at Christmas. It's children being able to show up to school on the first day in January after Christmas break, and being able to show off their new coat or talk about their new clothes or their new toys, just like all their friends.
The Greater Attleboro Area Council for Children is still brightening young lives after nearly a half-century since we began. As many public funds faded, our volunteers stepped up and created programs beyond Christmas for kids that help year-round.
I love it that they extended the program to include backpacks for children in need. Through their Christmases for Kids program, they do so much more than just give toys to children. They have helped parents with utility bills, food, daycare expenses, and found ways for parents to get back to school themselves. Classes supplied the tools parents need to become independent of community support.
And even through the pandemic, the Council for Children delivered.
2020 certainly brought challenges, but with the help of the community, the Council was still able to provide 900 children with Christmas gifts, backpacks to 75 children for the school year, and music lessons to children in need. Rent and utility bills were able to be paid, and hotspots were purchased to ensure safe, uninterrupted learning. It is amazing that all this is accomplished year in and year out without a permanent home for the Council.
And our volunteers made it happen.
Hi, my name is Jeff Kinney, and I'm the author of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series and the owner of this magical bookstore, An Unlikely Story in Plainville, Massachusetts. Now, we've been working with the Council for Children, Christmases for Kids, for years because we think it's so important that kids are given books that feed their interests. We love matching kids with books that they're interested in.
The experience of watching the amazing behind-the-scenes work to help parents with stressors such as living in a shelter or facing an economic crisis due to an illness or job loss cannot be overstated. And the Council facilitates additional programs. In some ways, 2020 was no different than every other year. 900 children still received Christmas gifts, and the Council stepped up in the community in many, many other ways.
We also gave over 50 filled backpacks for summer camps this summer, so kids could participate and have the supplies they needed in the camp. We held food drives over the summer too, for kids to receive lunch while school was in recess. And did you know the Council and its programs service kids in North Attleboro, Plainville, Norton, and Seekonk? That's a lot of kids.
Hi, I'm Stacy Hopkins, and I have been involved with the Council for Children for about 12 years, and about 5 years ago, I became a board member. My daughter and I got involved through Christmases for Kids, through a board member, and once we started, we never looked back. I have met some extraordinary people through the Council. We all have the same goals, and we want to help families and children become the best that they can be.
Our board member, Dave Kane's son, Nicky, was lost with nearly 100 others in the West Warwick Station nightclub fire. The Council for Children honors him with our music scholarships.
You say, I don't care anymore, but if that's true, why's a song about you? I know.
So the foundation was created to help young people with their musical talents and their acting ability. What we do is pay for lessons or help out. We'll pay for instrument rental. And Nicky's brother David runs something called Acting 101, and we teach kids, and sometimes adults, the acting basics for people to learn how to be on stage.
Everything from making sure children have enough to eat or the supplies most of us take for granted, even a place to grow in the summer. The Greater Attleboro Area Council for Children is there,
We really want parents to feel confident enough, secure enough, and have the resources and the skills to not need our help. And we see that over and over and over again, to the point where we now have previous parents who have opened up their own nonprofit to be able to do a different type of help. Or they bought their house, they've put their kids through college, now they're back helping to volunteer, they're donors.
Virtually every member of our community steps up, from bikers to bakers, Santas to store clerks. We love each child and work year-round to make sure their Christmas joy lasts all year.
It is a very big deal, and it's a big deal in a lot of ways that people don't realize. When a lot of these kids, many of them, as you know, are foster children in foster homes or in shelters, when they realize that somebody that they didn't know, they'll probably never meet, cared enough about them to get them a toy or clothing or special opportunity to learn something, it will help them to feel better about themselves. And we hope, of course, that will be passed on to others as generations to come.
We couldn't do this without you. Your caring, compassion, and contributions that breathe life into the greater Attleboro Area Council for Children.